Now, the North Gauteng High Court has issued warrants for arrest of the fugitives from justice in this country. That's a self-proclaimed Shepherd Bushiri and his wife, Mary. They broke bail conditions and fled to Malawi several days ago. There's been reports of the Bushiris handing themselves over in that country, Malawi. For more on this, I'm joined now by Malawi's government spokesperson, who's also the Minister of Information there, Gospel Kazako. Mr. Kazako, thank you very much for your time. Firstly, confirm for us if indeed the Bushiris are in your country and have handed themselves over.
The Bushiris have been in our country since last week. And last night, the police went out to look for them because we had received communication from Interpol South Africa. And we did not manage to locate where they were because they have several places where they stay. The latest news is that the Bushiris this morning went to the police, and they are being kept in police at Lumbazi at the moment.
And what is the next process then? They've handed themselves over to police authorities in Malawi. What are you as government intending to do with them?
As government, we have agents that will certainly be handling this issue, and they will have to wait for their charges. And from there, the judicial process will have to start. Whether they will apply for bail or they will not apply for bail, I think that remains to be seen. But all I can confirm now is that they are in the hands of the police. Bushiri and his wife are in the hands of the Malawi police.
And make us understand, when you say the judicial process in Malawi is now going to take its course, what are they there for? Are they in police custody as a result of the processes unfolding in South Africa, or have they broken some law in your country?
We received already from the Interpol from South Africa, and you know we are part of the Interpol in Malawi, and certainly we had an obligation to look for them. So as I said, the process started yesterday, and today they have handed themselves in the hands of the police at the moment. Now, from now onwards, we will certainly be updating you on what is happening. But certainly, they are in our hands. Yeah. Then we have courts in Malawi, and then we'll see what comes after that.
Mr. Kazako, make us understand whether Mr. Bushiri and his wife have explained to you how they entered your country in the first place, and do you as government in Malawi have a problem with the manner in which they entered your country?
First and foremost, you must know that this is the home of the Bushiris. They are citizens of Malawi. At the moment, they have not explained how they entered Malawi. And I've just told you that they are in the hands of the police, and they certainly will be talking to them, finding out, one, how they left South Africa, what happened, because their documents, their travel documents are still with you there in South Africa, and how they managed to get into Malawi. Certainly, I'm sure that's what the police will be interested in. And once that is done, we'll also update you. It's very, very important for you to keep your viewers updated on what's happening, as opposed to us rushing to get stuff that has not happened. At the moment, what I'm telling you now is what has happened. And now what has happened is the Bushiris are in the hands of the Malawi police. Now, whatever steps that will be taking place from there, we will certainly have to be communicating to you and to those interested.
Minister Kazako, I'll tell you the reason why I'm asking a pointed question about how they entered the country, and you yourself are pointing to the issue of documents, and you say their travel documents are with South African authorities here. So, did they break the law by entering their country of birth without, though, the necessary documentation? Surely that's got to be an issue.
That's what the police will be finding out, and that's what those who are experts in law will be interpreting, whether they broke the law or they didn't break the law. At the moment, all we are saying is they are in the hands of the police, and the rest of the things in the equation will certainly unfold, and if they did, that will be known. If they didn't, that will also be known. At the moment, all I can confirm is that they handed themselves over to the police after the police started to search for them last night.
Yeah. Final question to you, Minister Kazako. There are reports, I should put it. There are reports suggesting that your Minister of Foreign Affairs in Malawi met up with Mr. Bushiri in South Africa on Tuesday last week. Can you confirm this for a fact? And if so, what was that meeting about?
The Minister of Foreign Affairs has not met Bushiri. He has briefed us that they never met, and that's the position now. But even assuming that they met, I do not think that when our ministers travel to foreign countries, they are under any obligation not to meet certain people and meet certain people. I do not think so. But that does not necessarily mean that they met. But I'm just trying to look at it from a holistic point of view. That when they were in South Africa, they met a lot of Malawians, and there are lots of Malawian citizens there. I do not think that when our ministers or public officials or anybody from Malawi goes out there, then it has to be limited as to who they have to meet.
I know that is a problem, Minister Kazako. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
I know that there was a court order. That's what we hear. We haven't seen it. It could be correct. It could not be correct. But we understand that according to what Prophet Bushiri had communicated during his media brief, he had communicated that he was not supposed to meet or see state witnesses, something like that. Certainly, our Minister of Foreign Affairs is not a state witness, but that is just not here nor there. The position is our Minister of Foreign Affairs did not meet Prophet Bushiri.
Okay, but you also make a very important undertaking that whenever your government officials travel to South Africa, they are at liberty to meet anyone. Does that include being here on official business? So when the ministers in Malawi travel for official business to any country, what does their itinerary say? Does it allow them to go shopping, for example? We understand that there are several of your ministers who remained after the departure of the president on Friday.
Yeah, I think that is not anything that is looking like breaking any law in as far as we're concerned. I don't know, in that part of the world, I don't know how you handle these things, but here people can, request and say, maybe I need to seek medical attention, or maybe I need to do a bit of shopping, or maybe I have one or two relations I need to see. That can always be allowed. So I think that's not here nor there.
All right. As we taper down, is there any truth to claims that Shepherd Bushiri may have funded the campaign of the current president? I know I'm digressing here, but it's just out of interest.
Yeah, it's good interest, because I know, you being from the media, that has been the interest of the media in South Africa. They have been working very hard to make the world believe that Prophet Bushiri funded the campaign here. He did not. And I know that no matter how much we tell you, because there is a narrative that you're trying to create, you still work very hard to ensure that you create that narrative that will satisfy your appetite. But you see, truth is like a lion. when you let it free, it protects itself. And the truth is like a lion, when you release it, it will go out there and it defend itself. So the truth is that Prophet Bushiri never funded the campaign here, at least our campaign, this government, maybe other campaigns, because you know that in 2019 to 2020 there were several campaigns. There were so many political parties that were contesting in the elections. So I don't know, you might also want to find out which campaign, because if it is a Chakwera Chirima campaign, then I think we never received any funds or we never received any assistance from Prophet Bushiri. I don't know where you are getting this, because the things that had to be said, they have been said, and some Prophet Bushiri has communicated them himself, and we really don't know where you're getting this from. And we also must mention here that we still look at South Africa as a great friend. South Africa is a great partner. South Africa is a very great country, and we look forward to doing so many things with South Africa. And as a country, as a government, we will not allow that minor issues like this, because this is a minor issue in as far as we're concerned. We will not allow that minor issues like this one should disturb the process of achieving greatness between the two countries. President Cyril Ramaphosa is a great president. Our president met him, and he also met lots of ministers, brilliant people out there, and people that are friendly, people that are looking to having so many countries as friends, and they have a special liking for our country, and certainly will have to advance that. But you see, the way the media in South Africa is portraying this issue is as if there's a very, very big diplomatic problem. There is no any diplomatic role or any diplomatic problem. A great friendship will always have hitches here and there. You cannot expect everything to go smoothly. But it is the manner that you handle those matters that will actually show the pattern and character of who you are and the depth of your friendships. So we're looking at South Africa as a strategic partner, and certainly we will cooperate. We will cooperate using the law in this matter of Bushiri, and these two are different. Our diplomatic relations with South Africa and the matter involving Prophet Bushiri is a totally different strata in itself. So we should not be combining the two, because I can see their attempts to mix the two. There was a protocol issue in South Africa involving our president, and then there's a Bushiri issue, then now you bring another issue, and so on and so forth. No, allow these two countries to advance their friendship, allow these two countries to grow the friendship, because in friendship there's greatness, in friendship there's progress, and that's what we're looking at. Some of these things might not be there or not there.
All right, Minister Kazako, I truly appreciate your time that you've spent with us here and clarifying all these issues, and it's good to hear that South Africa and Malawi relations remain solid. Thanks indeed for your time. Gospel Kazako is the Minister of Information in Malawi and a government spokesperson.